Romance scams are year-round opportunities to steal money from unsuspecting seniors who are looking for a partner online. Online dating is perfectly understandable in this day and age as we become increasingly isolated and lonely. Unless you have a very active social life, it's often the only way to make contact with prospective partners. Not everybody likes the idea of trolling singles bars and the dangers inherent in ill-lit places or darkened walkways. And it's not just around Valentine's Day. Dating sites are the perfect venue for scammers, intent on stalking those who often spend more time alone as they age and are thus more likely to be receptive to their false promises. It all starts with usually a fake but very attractively set up dating profile on the dating site. The scammer will post attractive and carefully posed photos with a bio attached that makes extravagant and deceptive claims which are simply, upon reflection, too good to be true. Typically, they often appear to be real, trusted people, such as military personnel, police, and aid workers or professionals working abroad. This scam does work. They do attract lonely people looking for love and a long-term relationship. The FBI reports romance scams amounted to more than $230 million, conned from almost 15,000 Americans throughout 2016. Here in Australia, the ACCC reports 2,200 plus scams totaling $15.5 million up to July 2018, and this in a relatively small population base of only 24 million people. Once contact has been made and information exchanged, the con artist quickly moves into the grooming stage, where they seek to develop a bond with their victim through constant and carefully worded endearments through messaging and phone contacts. It can often take months to develop the relationship and can include sending you gifts, using consistent, loving words, and sharing personal information with you to create trust. This is the process used to prepare for the next stage of the trickery, which involves the scammer asking you for money. It's very sophisticated, usually not a direct request. More often a relative, such as their mother, is ill and needs money for treatment, or a brother or sister has had an accident and is having problems paying for repairs to the car, or the scammer needs to pay for travel costs to meet you in person. And once you've fallen for this, the oh-so-subtle demands for more money increase, with cleverly explained delays making them credible. There are many recorded instances where some respondents have bankrupted themselves in this horrible scam, with amounts well over $100,000 quite common. Unfortunately, seniors are prime targets for romance scams. Because emotions are involved, it's difficult to give advice about this scam, as emotions often cloud judgment. The con artist will play on your emotions once a degree of trust is created. They will tailor their image to be a perfect fit with you, and they often appear to be way more attractive than you had held any hope for, thus appealing to your ego. The scam will work with either sex and even with those of other inclinations. The best advice to anyone looking for love online is to be very careful in your choices of who to make contact with. Use a credible dating service which has proper screening in place. Beware of people who seek to draw you into their family problems or tragedies that involve their urgent need of money to resolve a problem. The worst of these scams usually are perpetrated by people overseas. If you do make such a contact, then be very wary when asked to pay for any travel costs. Insist on making the arrangements and paying for them yourself, rather than sending cash or kind. Never disclose bank account information to them. It's a sad reality. There are crooks out there wanting your money. You need to be realistic and very careful. Acknowledge the risks, act and plan accordingly. Being careful is not counter to love, just common sense. But if you do feel the trust and want to send money, make sure you use a method that requires identification by the rightly named recipient. Western Union, which is much favoured by scammers, leaves you very little chance of ever reclaiming any money once you realise you have been defrauded. However, in the end it's your money to spend however you like, and the scammers will certainly love you, even if you never get to meet them. This video is applicable to anyone, but is especially directed at those in our community most at risk, our seniors and the caregivers of aged persons living alone. It's one of our many helpful and informative videos and ebooks with special relevance to them. We invite you to subscribe to our free new ebook, Health and Safety for Seniors and Caregivers. The download link will be below this video. So that's it for this video. I hope you find it of value and it makes your aging journey just that little bit easier. If you'd like to know more about the aging process, become a member of our Facebook group and join in the discussion. Become a subscriber to my YouTube channel and follow along with new videos about aging and caregiving. Thanks for watching. Come back soon. Bye for now.